Well, the opposition leader has called on National Cabinet to relook at mandatory masks on planes and scrap the $750 payments for some workers forced to isolate. Live now to Trudy McIntosh. Trudy, what are we expecting in terms of the chances of those changes being brought in?
Well, unless the health advice has changed, Ash, when it comes to masks on plane, I don't think Peter Dutton will get his way today at National Cabinet. This meeting kicks off with the Prime Minister and the state and territory leaders in Sydney this afternoon at 3 p.m. On the table, though, is this push by the New South Wales Premier to look at reducing COVID isolation from a mandatory 7 days back to 5 days. There isn't a unanimous view around the table, though, as to whether this should be done now. We know the Victorian Premier said he wanted to see the health advice before ticking this off. One thing New South Wales and Victoria do agree on, though, is the need to extend pandemic support payments for people who are forced to isolate and don't have any sick leave beyond the end of September if we aren't going to see a dramatic reduction in COVID isolation rules. They believe the two things need to go hand in hand. The problem is the federal government has these payments due to expire on September 30, and unless they're extended, that will be the end of it. So that's the matter before the Prime Minister here. Does he want to continue to pay these payments out? The indication from the Treasurer this morning is they can't go on forever. Have a look at some of the debate.
The $750 I do think needs to be reviewed as well, because many small business employers that you speak to talk about that being a problem for them to get staff back.
If you're going to continue to ask people, in fact require people to isolate, then those who don't have sick leave, those who are in insecure work, those who qualify for that payment now, that payment should continue.
And I'm really confident that National Cabinet is going to get to a kind of sensible landing spot today, and then we can kind of keep the momentum going in the economy.
That kind of support can't go on forever, given the economic and fiscal situation that we've inherited.